think everything's in order now. I had to reboot my OBS because the chat wasn't loading, but I seem to have everything working. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Journey of the Farlands. I've been doing a lot of commentary episodes lately. Guess with doing daily episodes again, I've been kind of wanting to talk about things again on stream. But I guess I should move a little bit as per usual. But yeah, I didn't really have like too many things on the list for today. I have, I guess, one bigger thing that'll probably take up a good deal of conversation, and that is the new SMP in the works, which I did allude to. Well, I talked about it pretty directly in my last commentary during the Farlands episode. I wouldn't blame it if most people watching this did not see that, because the commentary was pretty disjointed, and it was also, I think, just over halfway through the episode, and that was I think that was a few days ago now. But yeah, I alluded to a new SMP that I may be starting, and that is definitely in the cards right now. I'm still in the process of working out all the details, hashing them all out, the rest of the member stuff and all that. I think there's 5 or 6 of us right now. I'm gonna kind of grow that slowly but surely, I think, just to keep it fresh with new people. But yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I've been talking a lot about that over the past few days. It was something I only mentioned to Devin after Hermitcraft 9. I think Hermitcraft 9 ends in 2 days, although most people have wrapped up their seasons for episodes. So it all kind of stemmed from this urge. I don't know. It just reminds me of back in the day when I did the other SMPs, ones that I didn't stream, like Newcraft 2 and stuff. I guess the later Newcrafts, which I did stream, were kind of inspired a little bit by that, but they're more so just continuation anyway. But that Newcraft 2 is around Hermitcraft 8 for reference. If any Hermitcraft fans out there would know what I'm talking about. It's an SMP with a bunch of YouTubers on it, and it's a pretty cool server. Not gonna lie, if you like building and all that, it's a lot of fun. It even has its chaotic moments too, even for being such like a professional SMP. It's yeah, it's a very high production value server, at least in terms of like what they're building at, and everyone's like super, it's super high quality and super good. But yeah, I think Newcraft 2 was inspired by Hermitcraft 8, and that kind of just basis about Hermitcraft and having a group, do stuff with like a gimmick or whatever, or even just on a server. Newcraft 1 was more so leaning towards a casual experience between like a small group of friends, which is kind of where this new one's heading. So maybe this can be lightning in a bottle again. I'm definitely considering streaming it from the get-go, although I've done that for all the SMPs and most of them end pretty quickly. Although this time, I think this is the first time I'm doing this, which is we're actually waiting to start the SMP. I think we're going to be starting it after the holidays, much like Hermitcraft. I don't know when Hermitcraft 10 is going to be starting, but we do plan on starting it pretty soon after the holidays in the new year. So there's something to look forward to in the long term. But other than kind of the new SMP, unnamed, of course, right now, and a lot of stuff left to hash out, I think it will be a random seed, which will be fun. I'll come back to a lot of this throughout the episode. I definitely have a lot to talk about. I'm just briefly running through it first. But yeah, we'll be starting in the new year, random seed. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably be streaming it. We'll see where it goes, because I haven't waited to do an SMP before. Usually only like 1 or 2 weeks at most. The new crafts were always pretty immediate. I think we just like to hammer things out immediately. I think this will allow at least some hype to be built up for it. Maybe not for you guys, but maybe for myself and the others, maybe a few others. But I'll see where that goes. Unnamed SMP of 2024. I think Devin's also going to be streaming that. My friend Devin. Oh yeah, lots of stuff to look forward to because, well, the holidays are coming up, and the real plan for me is to just do a whole whack ton of Journey to the Farlands and hardcore adventures up until Christmas, and then around Christmas I might switch gears and do some other stuff. I'll probably also catch up on other stuff like work and all that, but definitely gonna be, it's gonna start speeding up, at least for Journey to the Farlands, where things are gonna, pick up pace a little as we get to the new year here. Oh, hey, not much. How are you doing? Someone shows up. Very nice. Just wandering along this lovely Minecraft world here, chatting about all sorts of stuff. Oh, I have like no beds on me. Oh, and my armor is like about to break, all of it. I've definitely been taking a lot of damage. Gosh, even just last episode, it was like a 2-hour episode. I took so much damage. Oh, it was dreadful. Although I was trying to do a bunch of different stuff alongside the actual episode. I was playing some, or like watching some other stuff, playing things and all this that I would usually do. I was a little distracted that last episode, so I took a bit of damage, hence why my hearts are so far down. Or not, I guess they're not that far down, but I think I also fell into lava last episode, but I did save myself. Wait, no, that wasn't last episode. That was, I don't know if the episode was called Save Myself, because I remember thinking about naming an episode that recently. I don't remember which one it was, or if that actually is the name of it. Yeah. No, I've been doing pretty good with the upload streak that I've been wanting to do with Journey, which is getting all sorts of episodes going daily and whatnot. I was gonna do hardcore, but I think I'll do hardcore tomorrow. I've been wanting to do it for a while. Like, I wanted to do it over the weekend, and I want to do it today. I was setting up a new TV today and all this stuff, so I'll probably do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's feature will be hardcore, and then we'll see where I go from there for hardcore. I'll probably just not do any episodes after that until the holidays, which is just a few days away anyway. At least for me. I got a bit of time because work scheduling will be a bit different in the holidays. Well, it'll be the same actually as it is right now, so I'll have extra time to just hammer things out. I'm looking forward to maybe doing some longer journey stuff, maybe a megasode or something. Bring back the megasode. It's been like well over half a year since I've done one. And maybe even do, yeah, like hardcore. Longer streams would be cool for that. I mean, both. It's gonna be a bit of a battle between the two of them because I really want to do hardcore and I really want to do Journey to the Farlands. So they're gonna be duking it out a little bit for which one gets more content, but that's all right. Kind of expected as much happening with two very similarly premised series, even if they're like at polar ends of the update scale, where Journey is in beta 1.7.3 and Hardcore Adventures is in 1.20, the most recent version. So that, yeah, I'll be doing that. that'll be it, something to tide things over anyway. It encourages me also to upload more of it, which means it'll actually get off the ground a little bit. I think I'm finally starting to learn how to keep something around, hopefully. We'll see once the SMP gets around. Well, I'm looking forward to it though. I don't got any base ideas or anything. I usually don't plan much, but well, you know, if there's a few weeks beforehand, I might get a few ideas in before the actual pilot episode and grand opening of the server and all that. And hopefully we'll be able to get some folks on for the first episode, like, you know, like the full member list would be cool. Like in Newcraft 2, which is something I didn't capture at the beginning of Newcraft 2. Was a lot of fun. Would have been pretty disjointed for like streaming, but it was a lot of fun. I had to like switch around VCs a lot. But this one does have proximity chat again. I got locked out of my account for whatever it was I was using, the play.gg or whatever, the alternative to port forwarding, because I can't do it anyway with my internet, like the way my internet's set up. So I just use like Play It or whatnot, Hamachi and that. I use Hamachi with like the old Minecraft stuff, but I think I could also use Feather for old Minecraft. I'm pretty sure, or just something else altogether. I guess Play It would work as well, but yeah, I use Play It for like the voice chat, and then I just use Feather for the actual server itself. Oh yeah, I guess I do have to make some beds. Yeah, I got all that figured out and set up. So yeah, I just have to like make a brand new world like on the day of or whatever. So then I don't know what the world looks like. You know, surprise, surprise. See if it'll be a good one or a bad one, or a good surprise or a bad surprise. I'm hoping it does last a little while. Usually, the story goes with these that they just go on for like one or like a few episodes, and then I just drop them because no one else is playing. But I'll see where this one goes. If it is the next Newcraft, it is the next Newcraft. If it isn't, then you know I'll make it into something else, or the usual path will take its course. Who knows? I'm really trying to be hopeful about it, because you know it is the planned project. Like it is something that's gonna be being pretty heavily like thought out beforehand. So we'll see. And there are some new faces on it. Some other folks on it that I haven't like mentioned on stream before. Because well, there's Brody, Drobicus, I guess. There's Droxus or Devon. There's also Cherry. I think Cherry. I don't know if Cherry will play on it very much, but Cherry is also on it technically. They never really explicitly like Brody and Cherry never explicitly showed a crazy amount of interest, but they at least joined the server. So at least they joined like the group. So I'll take that. I'll take it. But yeah, that'll be 2024. Well, that'll be an interesting time for the channel. I'll see what happens with hardcore when that starts, because it might it might have to take a backseat around that time. Although I'll probably have done like at least 10 episodes. Wow, that's a lot of episodes for me to have done by then. Maybe we're already on episode 3, coming up tomorrow. Maybe. I want to attach a maybe, because I know sometimes plans change and I have to do other stuff, but the intention right now is that I do an episode of hardcore tomorrow. And if not, then I'll just do it on Thursday, or you know, over the holidays, like the beginning of them. But I won't make. I don't think I'll stream this episode like I did the yesterday's one. I think yesterday's was 2 hours, but it went like pretty much right up to midnight. So I probably won't do that again. Probably just do this one in an hour, and then just chill and hang out. Another game I've been getting into lately, mobile game wise, I haven't gotten into too many PC games just because I think the holidays will be good for that. But is Plants vs Zombies, which is one I played, of course, many years ago when it was initially popular. I wouldn't say it's popular anymore. It kind of has its peaks and valleys, or peaks. What's the term? Ups and downs. I guess it has its ups and downs with like community and all that. But it's something I've returned to recently. I don't really know exactly on like why. I think I just remembered it and remembered that like, oh yeah, I did try to go back to this one like a year or two ago, and it's a fun game. It's really fun. It's just I played the second one. I might go back to the first one, which is one I think I did do a full playthrough of when years and years ago. I remember. Well, I think I played the second game first. I never really got around to the first game beforehand. I only really caught on to the trend of the second PVZ. So yeah, I've been playing that. I think I'm in the Lost City right now. Yeah, I'm about like almost midway through the Lost City, which is the 5th world. Yeah, because there's the Frostbite and the 3 beginning ones. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, it is too bad that there's like no new worlds in it or anything that have been added. I've seen like discussions about that, about there not being any new worlds. But they've added new plants, and they got like the modes that they added in 2016, like Penny's Pursuit and the Arena, which I guess is all you really do after you've beaten the story. So I'm enjoying the story because I remember playing a lot of the worlds and struggling with a bunch of them, probably because I didn't really have much strategy as a as a youngin. Many moons ago. Back. Oh, I don't even remember when like PVZ2 was like peak. It was definitely around like 2014, 15, maybe 16. I don't remember when it released. Even been before that too. I'm just going off the top of my head, really. But yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had. I still play My Singing Monsters as well, which is another one that I've mentioned on the channel, which I haven't really got much else to say about it. It's just a neat little mobile game I play. Fairly regularly, and I guess what you'd say. I guess I'm kind of almost in the end game of it. I'm not quite at like beating. I've not beaten the game. I've only played it for about a year, and then of course PVZ I've only played for like a week, a week or maybe a week and a half or so. Yeah, I've been keeping up with the daily stuff in that game. But anywho, mobile games aside, I have been slowly starting to get back into Doctor Who as well. Maybe I've mentioned that. That's a show I watch. I talk about it every once in a while because it's a show that I started watching just after I started streaming Journey to the Farlands. Well, actually, I think that might be a lie. I might have started watching it before Journey to the Farlands. Or yeah, like I started streaming it because in like the first month or two that I didn't stream it, I watched a lot of YouTube while doing Journey to the Farlands, and one of the series I watched was Farlands or Bust, which is, I think, one I also mentioned at the beginning of the YouTube series a fair bit. I mentioned Kurt a lot. Very neat guy. Of course, doing a walk to the Farlands for well over a decade. I think it's 13 years now. Well, it's 2011, so next year it'll be 13 years, which is pretty crazy. It's older than a lot of people. in the world. Or it's like a lot of people who'd be like watching. Well, maybe not this channel per se, but like the usual run-of-the-mill viewers for a lot of YouTube videos. But anyway, Kurt, yeah, very neat guy. Watched, I think the first almost just around 100, the first 100 episodes. And I really kind of got into Doctor Who through him kind of talking about it. It was the recent stuff, but I've watched the classic Doctor Who, which is a bit slower, I'll admit, and the effects are a little bit more dated. But I do have a bit of a soft spot for the old, or the classic Doctor Who. I'm out of the black and white. I'm in I think the seventh season with the third Doctor. It's been a long time. I think it's been well over a year that I've been watching it, and I haven't really made it all that far. Meanwhile, I watch like entire shows. I think it's just because it's a bit of a slower show. It's not a bad show. I love Doctor Who, but it's just definitely a bit more of a sit down and watch show. Sometimes I watch it during the Farlands. Not so much recently. I've been watching a lot of Secret Life. I've been trying to finish that. And of course, just listening to music too. That one's also been pretty popular for me. So yeah, I've been watching Doctor Who. I'm pretty into that. I'll probably try and finish the current story, and then I'll probably be a bit more engaged with the next one, just because this one I stretched it out over such a long period of time. That'd be nice to have a fresh story to watch. I think that's what they're called, stories. It's like the individual things, like the multi-episode, all that jazz. I got a dry throat today. I think it might just be allergies, or I might have a cold or something, because usually I don't get a dry throat while talking. Although I think I try to articulate my words a bit better in a commentary than just chatting normally, so maybe that's it too. Maybe I just try to articulate my words a bit too much. I don't know. Always some subconscious stuff. But yeah, so I've been watching that, and then another one was TFC's Journey to the Farlands, which I think I've watched just about 50 episodes of that, and I think there's about 180 of them. So I might go back to those. I guess Minecraft Season 2 as well. So I got a lot on the go right now. And I'll see which I kind of ebbs and flows. That's another one. It ebbs and flows. That's yep. I know that one. Yes, because I said it. Oh goodness. Anyway, I think I've rambled on about a bunch of random topics. A bunch and a good deal. Maybe I'll see if I can land on a bit more of a solid topic to span out a bit more. I guess I am looking forward to Hermitcraft 10 as well. Hermitcraft 9 was an interesting season because I did watch a bunch of hermits for it, a good handful. A lot of them actually didn't end up uploading super crazily in the latter end of the season. You know, like people like Mumbo and Green started to slow down too. I never really watched like the longer playthroughs of the season, which I'm like, maybe, which kind of makes me hum and haw a little bit about season 10, and maybe the fact that I'll actually watch some other hermits as well, of course, on top of like Green and all that. But like, I want to get some different perspectives for sure, which is also what I've been kind of like with Secret Life, which is the New Life series with that Green's done. I've just been like, oh, do I watch more people? Well, after I finish Green series, I guess I'll see if I want to watch other people just to see who wins, I guess. But yeah, it's been busy times, so I haven't really had much time to actually sit down and watch much YouTube lately. I think Journey of the Farlands is giving me the most of an excuse to watch stuff. So there, there it is. I was thinking maybe I'll return back to the new SMP. I kind of talked a good bit about it at the beginning, but maybe I'll return to make some more notes on it, or like talk about more notes on it. So yeah, I think it was actually the day I did the episode, I think Stuff, which is the last commentary episode. And there is another no commentary episode that I did export over to YouTube, right? I think just about before I started this stream, so people won't have seen it. That's why this is 246. In case people are like, wasn't the last one 244? I doubt anyone's like that, but in case there was. Although I feel that's a very time-specific thing, because it'll already, I mean, by the time this one's uploaded, it'll already be, the other one will already be uploaded too. But at any rate, I'll kind of work out a schedule for when the SMP starts. I'm thinking early January. I've got it tentatively put at January 1st, which is really the day after New Year's. It's on Monday, which I'm like, I might push it to a different day. It's kind of weird though, because I want to have time to play it over the holidays, but I also want to be able to not have it, not have it encroach too much before New Year's and stuff, because I know people got plans and stuff. Not, of course, not just you guys. I know like people on like the actual server itself are going to be doing stuff, enjoying the holidays and all that. So yeah, I thinking early January for now. January 1st is the tentative date. In case anyone's curious, I don't have any like premiere or anything because I don't schedule stuff, but I scheduled that, and what effect that will have on hardcore adventures will remain to be seen, I guess. Journey of the Farlands will only be getting more busy as time goes on, or more extensive, I guess, the episodes. I'm hoping January I can kind of keep up some pace. I don't think January will be as bad. I'll be working on like wrapping up stuff for school, and that's all fine, well and dandy. So yeah, that'll be what January is. I should be able to work in time for this, and then of course at like a few weeks into January we'll be into Farland mode, basically pushing towards the Farlands. Full speed ahead, as they would say, as they say, full speed ahead. And I guess it's not really all that true. I guess it's not about speed as it is just the length of the episodes. Just like the long episodes will become more and more common as we get closer to next year and the latter end of January, after all stuff is sorted, and I'm just working after that until I figure something else out. Right now, until I figure stuff out and do stuff in the fall of next year, which will be lovely. Don't really know what that will entail for my channel, if I'll even have anything going by then. Hopefully I'll have reached the Farlands by September next year. That's kind of my goal, but also that's like 6.5 million blocks, 6 point something million. Yeah, cause I don't know. It's like 6.3 million, I think. Is it 6.3? I don't even know. I haven't subtracted it from the Farland number, the magic number. But I don't really care right now anyway. It's a lot of blocks, but I could probably walk it in like well, that's the end of January to August. That's 8 months. So if I walk like 1,000,000 blocks a month, I can reach the Farlands, which isn't all that bad. That's just like the summer pace for 8 months. No, nothing bad about that. Plus the SMP and hardcore, which I think hardcore adventures might just have to be slotted into a once a week thing. I know Devin's taking a break from OSM because he's on an SMP right now for the time being. He's on Mystacraft, which is, I don't know if there's any people streaming it. I know Devin is. I think he is right now actually. Maybe not anymore, but he was. Which is an Origins SMP. I wasn't really all that interested in joining it. I don't mind Origins, but I didn't really feel like doing. I definitely wanted to do like my own thing with like the group. And Devin will be a part of that in the new year, but he wanted to try this out because he's got all these sentiments about playing with people and all this. But yeah, he'll be busy with that, and I think he's got his own hardcore world. I don't know if he's well. I guess he'll probably be playing that too. So that and whatever else he ends up doing. So that'll be good. That's good for him. Keep himself busy as well. And like I said, I'll just be doing during the Farlands on hardcore for the next month or so. Well, I guess the next half a month. The January is getting closer and closer. Let alone Christmas. Christmas is a week away right now, which is pretty crazy considering how long December used to feel as you approached Christmas. But no, it's a weird Christmas or a weird like holiday season this year overall. Just because there's still like no snow on the ground, which is absurd. I know other places that have snow, but no, there's no snow where I am. And it may be some people may be like, oh, maybe you just don't get snow. No, we get a lot of snow around this time of year, but it's just one of those years that snow just doesn't stay on the ground. It's so weird. And it hasn't really snowed a whole lot too. It's been windy a lot of days, and it's even like snowed and maybe a bit of light rain. But it's been like this since October, because October it kind of started getting colder, and then November it got a little bit colder, and December it's now getting even colder. But it's weird because it hasn't. I guess the latter end of December we'll be getting some snow maybe, but it'd be very interesting if the snow just never showed up until like far into December, because it's not really really all that expected for like the usual holiday season and like the winter. But it's good for my job because it means I don't have to sludge around in the snow. But yeah, and I guess good for driving too. Not to have snow. Ah. So I guess the plan in January is just to boot up the server with like basically everything I have going right now, all the data packs and all that jazz. And yeah, to have a completely random seed, which I guess I did for Magnum Opus, which was another one I kind of streamed. I was like, oh, I might stream this, and that never really. Me and Devin just kind of moved on from that pretty quickly. I think we also got busy. I think that was kind of a bad time to start something like that, just because these past few months have been really, really tight in terms of schedule. Like I can't really fit much into my schedule. So yeah, I haven't really been doing like SMP stuff or anything like that since Java. And even that, it was a bit weird because I never really made it all that far. I think the last SMP I made it pretty like decently far in was probably Newcraft 2, funnily enough, which was which it ended at the beginning of last year. And you heard me right when I said last year. So it's been a long time. And in that world, I got netherite and all that in. That was like crazy, considering that was over a year ago, or almost 2 years ago now, that I last had netherite and had explored a lot of the deeper points of the game. Because mainly a lot of the SMPs we've done since then have been really short. So I'm hoping for maybe not a long one, but at least something. Something, and maybe that can become a long SMP. But I want at least some kind of hope. I'll treat it a little bit differently, just in hopes that I'll be committed to it. I think I'll be committed to it enough, like, given the amount of time, you know, from now until then. I'm hoping like the hype will will work. But anyhow, that's all for the future. For now, I think, what, 4 days from now? That's Friday. Friday's a bad day to do. Because I work that day. Friday's a bad day for the 250th episode. Anyway. The 250th episode of Journey of the Farlands is happening. Which doesn't sound like a big deal, but Cherry wanted to do another joint commentary, so there's gonna be another feature episode with Cherry in it on the Friday. So that'll be 4 days from now if I do the daily episodes. So that'll be the 22nd. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Friday's the 22nd. Bonkers. Anyway, yeah, going right up to pretty much right up till Christmas with school this year. Usually it'd be a bit more of a build up before that, but no, it's just right to it. So I guess I'll keep you guys posted in the Journey of the Farlands episodes or hardcore or whatnot as more information comes out about the SMP. Of course, like the name, and if we come up with any neat ideas for like a gimmick. I might even save that if we come up with anything for that. I might just save it for the actual just live stuff if I do stream it. I still have a lot of time to digest all that kind of stuff, so we'll see if I decide to stream it in a few weeks. Yeah, I'll probably be talking about that plenty. I'm excited about it, which is pretty solid considering I haven't really looked forward to one of these in a while. Which I think this one might be different to the other ones, but that also might age like milk, so here's hoping. How's the diamond tools doing? Not very good. Not very good at all. I got a bit of time left with the sword. Not so much anymore, but in case anyone's like, oh, what's the deal with the diamond stuff? I went on a diamond strike after Outpost 4. I think that's the last outpost. Oh goodness, I can't even remember the order anymore. It's been that many outposts. No, it's only been 4, but yeah, the last outpost I got a stack of diamonds and like a full set of gear and everything. And then guess what? I fell into lava and lost it all. Like an imbecile. And I didn't even use my water bucket to save me, which is just the most That's happened a few times in this world, and it's just infuriating every time it happens because I just don't acknowledge the water bucket whenever I'm in lava. I'm just like, although recently I've been starting to be a bit more defenseful. Defensive. Defensive. There we go. Defensive is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I've been a bit more defensive with the lava. Of course, just because it's not a fun game to play. Jumping in the lava and not you doing anything about it, essentially. Yeah, I'm a bit better with that now, but yeah, I'm on a bit of a diamond strike because I was so upset. Well, I wasn't upset, but I was a little peeved that I lost my diamonds. That was a few hours of mining down the drain, and I was not really down to do more another like few hours of mining. So I was like, I'm just gonna continue the outpost, and I'm just gonna finish it, and we're gonna go and continue walking. And so that has been what's up. That has been what's up. That is a very interesting way to put that, but that's kind of what's going on for Journey of the Farlands. Hence why I only have a few diamonds. It's not because I've been journeying for months and this is the tail end of a long diamond haul, um, much like a year ago was. I really stayed in the iron tier for a long time before Outpost 1. Between spawn and Outpost 1, that was like about 4 months of walking. And I think I'm on the first month because, was it October? I never remember when the Citadel was. If it was October, I think it was late. Because Herebrand's Tower was in August. Yeah, I think this was like late October, early November. So, yeah, we're about a month, almost 2 months without an outpost, which is fine. And, once I run out of diamonds, I'm just going to use iron for a few months anyway. So, we might have a good time going. And as the journey accelerates, as it has been, my stuff will deplete even more. And I might have to do outposts more every once in a while. I wouldn't say more often. I guess they might become more frequent than they were previously. Perhaps if I do actually walk upwards of 1,000,000 blocks a month, after January. I guess I'll see where all that goes. It seems, it seems like a bit of a stretch right now to say 1,000,000 blocks a month, but I don't know. I don't know how much that would actually take. I mean, 700k a month wouldn't be too bad, but then again, I'd probably have to like grind out like the last month, get like well over 1,000,000. Like the summer of next year would be like insane. I mean, either way, next year is gonna be crazy if I do this like speeding up thing, or at least continue the trend, because I've already been doing it. Because I'm gonna try not to take days off from Journey to the Farlands as much. I mean, it's a good thing to take a day off here and there, but I was really just letting the series slip between the cracks. And if I'm gonna get to the Farlands anytime soon, I want to definitely start amping things up. Get the journey going, supercharged, if you will. I think I've named enough episodes after like speeding things up, I've done so many names like that. I think I'll save more of those for next year. Don't stop yawning. I guess I didn't really have the best of sleep last night, so, or at least recently. So I guess it'd probably be a good idea to not stream crazy long. I'll do another 20 or 15 odd minutes. And I guess as to whether I'll be editing the new SMP, I don't know, because editing is fun. It could be fun to like edit out long segments. But I might just do what I do with hardcore, except without the no commentary. I'll probably just stream it commentary. As much as I'd want to like record it and edit it and all that, I mean I can't do that because I don't have an editing program. I have to pay for one, which I don't really feel like doing. I think Devin has like Filmora, which that's what he uses, and he's really into like the editing and all that. I couldn't really care less on. Although I'm not trying to like grow my channel exponentially, even though my channel does grow a good deal even without all the bells and whistles. I think I get a good deal of people who just either A, just stumble across the channel, like just a bunch of people just because it gets recommended. It's just like, oh, what is this? Or it's just like people who are like, oh, old Minecraft or modern Minecraft if you watch Hardcore Adventures, which not a lot of people have so far, but I've only done 2 episodes. In terms of like retention, I'm not too surprised. Old school Minecraft did really well for the like 3 episodes I did. So if that doesn't end up being anything, that's too bad. Because that got some good viewership for the first few episodes. Like really good viewership, like I think 2,000 views on one of them. I think. Yeah, it was like crazy. Because I remember telling Devin about it and he's like, what? It just kept going, which was crazy. Which is, it is too bad that I didn't continue that series. I might, but I don't know. I got my plate pretty full. Hardcore might definitely have to become, like I said, weekly. And I might even do, over the holidays, I might try and, well, I was going to start like a new series, but I've got a lot of stuff that on the go that I can return to, like Stardew is one that I'll probably be returning to in the new year. Maybe after Hardcore, or maybe like kind of interchange them. There's also Minecraft Through Time, which I never actually upload the first episode for. So I could always finish editing that and upload that around the time the second episode, or me and Devin decide to return to it. If we do. And that was like going through the versions of Minecraft, which is a series I've done before, but I was rehashing it. There's been a lot of rehashing recently. And of course, with Hardcore Adventures getting remastered, and me actually being really excited about it. I've just been swimming across the lake. Maybe I should use a boat. That would be a pretty solid idea if I want to get anywhere at any anywhere at any decent amount of time. So yeah, keep you posted on the new SMP and whatever else I end up doing. If in case I like just bring something else out in the holidays for like a series. I've also been looking into getting like a PlayStation, like a new PlayStation. Which is something I'm like, because there's been a lot of like big purchases already this year because I finished upgrading my PC and I got a new tablet and all this, and I'm like, oh, do I really want to get like a new PlayStation? But I might just like, well, I got a pretty good deal with some people's, so I might do something like that and maybe get a new console around Christmas time. We'll see, but yeah, I wouldn't really do much with that, of course, in terms of streaming. That'd be more like a personal thing if I were to play games on it. So that might eat up some time too. I figured I'd mention that in case I do get a PlayStation 5. But because I know there's the new one that launched. I think it was the Slim. But we'll see. I'm not really thinking about getting much for Christmas really. I did like all the Christmas shopping recently, and I haven't done anything else. I probably won't do anything else beyond that. Pretty simple, but yeah, that's kind of on the radar for now. Just kind of kind of from a whim, popped into my head after going out with Devin Christmas shopping, because he had some Christmas shopping to do as well. So we both went out and did some touring about town and all that jazz. But yeah, lots of fun. I'll gather some more. Come here, you sheep. Come here. There we go. I think I've been doing a lot of commentary lately. Like I think tomorrow's episode. I think after today, I probably won't make. It might be a no commentary hardcore adventures because I want to upgrade the house. But I think I might just like if I do the 4th episode as commentary, I'll just mention like the house upgrade and that. So I wouldn't say episode 3 is like a required watch for the series. I guess if you want to see everything, like it's like the Journey of the Farlands thing, or if you want to see everything, it's there. But I don't really advise it. Just kind of watch around. My series aren't really meant to be watched entirely linearly. They can be, but they are. It's pretty self-contained for the most part, unless it's like something pretty niche that I'm talking about. That's like I talked about in episodes before. Usually, that's all it is. Honestly, I think of Journey of the Farlands as more of like, I guess, well, like TFC. It's more of like almost like a vlog kind of thing without the face cam. It's kind of like a vlog where basically I'm just chatting about things, or like a just chatting thing. The game's kind of just running in the background. There's not really a whole lot going on in this series. Hardcore is a bit more rudimentary, and like what you'd expect from a Minecraft series, but this is a little bit more straightforward with the walking just infinitely. The the actual content hasn't really changed. I get I think some of the bits I enjoy the most about Journey of the Farlands is just being able to do just the most random episodes every once in a while. Like the Chaos Theory-esque stuff and the specials and the joint commentary and all that. It's a lot of fun, really, just to mess around and just have a bit of fun. I think probably also a reason why the episode stuff, as I dubbed it, the last commentary episode, which wasn't really a commentary, it was more just me rambling on well, not rambling on, but it was me just chatting with some of the crew from the new SMP. I was just chatting with them and kind of we were riffing off each other. At first, I was just chatting with Devin because that was when I was mentioning up all these ideas about an SMP. I made like a Discord for it beforehand and all this, and I was just like really like, I was like, I want to do it. And then eventually it all kind of came together at the end, which was a lot of fun. It was a fun night, but it was pretty disjointed just because it was like, I think, oh God, who even knows how late it was when I actually decided to, or when I was talking about the SMP and all that, because it was like probably midnight, 1 a.m. Might have even been like around 2 a.m. towards the end, which is pretty crazy considering I was up and out the door at like 10:30 in the morning because I was out shopping like all day yesterday, and I got home at like 5. Plenty of stuff, but oh man, it was a fun day though. But I just didn't get like any work done over the weekend. My weekend was just so inefficient in terms of like being able to get schoolwork done. I think that's probably why my grades aren't as good as they could be, just because I'm working on top of school, and also like most of the time I'm usually doing other stuff. Well, not necessarily gaming. I try not to game too much. I want to try and get like the work done, but there's stuff that like I have to really sit down and work on that I don't really have the time to do right now with like certain classes. So I'm gonna do that over the holidays. And as I kind of approach the end of things for that for school, which will be good. I'm looking forward to being done with it. As much as I'm like, oh, I've had my time, you know. But yeah, it'll be good to get out and just work and do stuff for a while before I go off to school again. For real, in the fall. For real. Serious school. Yeah, we'll see what ends up going. I talk about it like Christ, like every other episode now, but it's I guess it's relevant topic, relevant discussion, considering that's looming ahead for a lot of the streaming stuff. I may very well not stream for a good while. I might still play on like the SMP, but if it's still around at that point, hopefully. I might still play on that and do my hardcore world. And if I don't reach the Farlands, I'll probably be doing mostly Journey with my free time. If I'm not playing with like new friends or other friends, like other stuff, or like just doing regular school. Like my plan is to not I'm working this job right now, but the plan is to not really work the job. I'll probably stop working in late August. Like for so I can focus on school entirely, and hopefully the grades will do a little bit better. There's definitely gonna be a bit of a drop off, knowing how it'll be going into a lot harder material and all that, but it'll be a challenge. But I'll definitely start to dedicate a bit more of the time and get a bit more of those habits in place as time goes on. But you don't want to hear about real life and work and all that. I want to hear about my fictitious world here. Fictitious, my virtual world, I guess, with the Journey. I don't really got a whole lot going on. I guess maybe a megasode over the holidays, like I mentioned. That might be fun. I don't know what I'll do for it, because last time I did like an outpost and all this, but that was also because I had 4 months of iron, or like 3 months of iron or whatever. Usually diamonds don't last a whole long time. I mean, Outpost 1 and 2, well, they're pretty close to each other. So Outpost 2 and 3, well, Outpost 2 was in January. Outpost 1 and 2 were in January, I think. Like, I guess Outpost 1 was like New Year's. So it's beginning of January. And the kind of difference between January and August, like the next outpost was in August. I neglected to mention that gap. That was my biggest gap, where I just went through like all the diamonds, and then I think I still had diamonds at Outpost 3. I mean, I was all streamed, so you can check it out. But I swear I was just running out of diamonds around that point. I was really good with them. Although I did have to remine them, so that's probably why it lasted so long, because I died. I died a few times. I lost my stuff. Nothing to be worried about. No. But yeah. Oh, that reminds me of the need for backing up Journey to the Farlands. That's a good idea. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I'll set reminders on like certain days of the week, like Tuesdays and Fridays or something. That's actually a pretty good idea. Maybe I'll put that in my phone. Every Tuesday I get one, like a backup reminder, and every Friday I get a backup reminder. And then once the SMP is around, I'll do like backups for that. I don't know if I'll do backups for my hardcore world. Maybe as it gets further. This world is like super far. I'm super far into Journey to the Farlands. Albeit this world is not as big as the first season world. But it works. It's all fine. The numbers will add up. Maybe. But anyhow. Oh, it's a legit run for sure. Even if I did have to switch worlds, because the other one got like erased. It wasn't my fault. No, actually it was. It was me and my friend that were clearing out stuff on my computer, and then we cleared like the whole drive with like the Farland stuff on it. Which there wasn't too much else on it, luckily. But, whew, my goodness. Losing the world was pretty crazy. That was around the 200th episode when I started season 2, which was it was a new world, but it's the same. Like if you're watching it, it's pretty seamless. Other than of course me being like, well, this is actually not the same world. but like the actual like watching experience doesn't change, and it's the same coherent experience in the end anyway. But I'm gonna wrap up the episode here just because I want to get a good sleep and not stay up till midnight or 1 a.m. or whatever again. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you though, everybody, for tuning in to this episode as we get closer to the winter break, the calm before the storm. There might be a few storms, like winter, like snowstorms, but anyway, thank you though, everybody. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alrighty. Peace, as Generic B would say.